Welcome to the bunker live tonight. We have Adela from Adela's Cello. She's very well known in the Chicagoland music scene. I've known her for many years now through some mutual friends. She's played in the bunker before. She's very active in the local bunkers, local Chicagoland music scene. She was here with Jory, about 9 months ago. She writes songs. She's a session recording. She's been on 30 different albums. She does podcasts. She works in radio, and she is just an all-around fantastic person. I am so happy to have her. We have some streaming problems tonight. If you hang in there, I'm going to try and clear them up in just a bit. But we have a very exciting show tonight. If this is your first time to the bunker, we are free to the audience. We're free to the artists. We stream solo artists on Tuesdays, bands on Thursdays. And this show number 186. We've been doing it for 4 years now. If you're on a phone, especially put on earbuds, you're going to like it a lot better. Be a much better experience. And later on tonight, you'll have a chance to leave some tips tonight for Adela. That would be great. We have a signature picture opportunity for you. If you want, you can, there's links down below. Where's my signature picture? Oh, I thought I had it. Yeah, we got a picture of Adela. She signed it. There's 5 copies. They're numbered, and they're signed here tonight. You can pick up one of those later on if you want to in the show. Always a nice thing to do. We split everything with the artist 50-50. We're going to jump right into the show. Adela, thank you so much for coming back. I love what you do. I have so many friends that know you, and your sound check sounded great. I'm really looking forward to this beautiful set of songs you have here tonight. The show's all yours. Have a great night, and I'll see you down the road.
Thanks so much, Fletch. I really appreciate it. Welcome, everybody. We're going to be playing a couple tunes here tonight on the cello and guitar. Going to get things started with a song that's off of my new album called Words of Love. It's a song called Drift Off. It's all about the positive vibes, pretty much. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. When the sun sets on a callous day, and even Facebook has nothing new left to say, that's when I feel it. On a hell-hot night with the varnish fade, whiskey and cigarettes back in that broken cliche. But I know it would hurt you, so I don't. It would hurt you, so into the trash they go. In an online forum, there's a great debate. Who wears the pants, honey? Who suffers more each day? As if it matters. Data thoughts aside, if the person's right, all other choices will pale to the promise you make to love in all, love in harshness and in truth. Burn complacence, love myself, love you. Everything's gonna be alright. Leave all your burdens to daylight. Come kiss your lover goodnight. Feel the weight of your little life drift off with the tide. It's been years with that want of change. Sometimes the minuscule threatens a crack in the clay, and sometimes we break. Bring out golden foil, give your heart a day. Cracks are not canyons, they'll mend and leave stories to say. Our story took place. Everything's gonna be alright. Leave all your burdens to daylight. Come kiss your lover goodnight. Feel the weight of your little life drift off with the tide. Drift off with the tide.
Very nice. Thank you for that.
So that was a little more of a positive tune. And that is also a tune that I am trying out with a loop pedal. I just bought a loop pedal, guys. I'm really excited about it. But I am also very nervous about it. So trying to break out of that shell and start using it more. So you'll see that hopefully in more shows as I incorporate it. But the next tune, keeping in the cello vein, but no longer in the loop pedal vein, because it is a song that I'm actually working on right now in the studio. It's a tune that you might have heard if you've heard me in an open mic recently, but I haven't really played it fully until now because I still was workshopping the lyrics. It's a tune about, I think it's pretty self-explanatory if you listen to the lyrics, but more or less, I was feeling very inspired by the rise of certain scams and how easy it really is to both be a victim of scams and accidentally find yourself perpetrating scams if you fall into hard times or just fall in with the wrong crowd. So this is a song called Swindle. It is going to be out this fall. Let's take it away, I guess. Rain down, just a drop of water for a thimble. £1 of a couple hearts that you can swindle. Don't forget the words when you come in. All fine. This is just a job like any other. Ties, they don't understand the gold you seek. Fools don't know the money they can Did you think that you knew what you're doing? Bleeding heart, no one ever counts the casualties. Don't forget the way that it's won. And na 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 ya, 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 na 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 na. If you slowed down and you looked up, what would you see?
Oh, thank
So
you.
that's that. Hey.
So we got a little bit of setup here, and while we set up, you get your guitar picked up, and we'll do a little bit of microphone resets, and tell the audience a little bit about yourself and fill in some time, and then we'll pick up.
Sounds good. All right. So while we're resetting here, we're gonna talk a little bit. Yeah, my name's Adela. I play the cello. That's what I mostly do around here. Trying to do a little bit more local music of my own as well recently. So I write music on cello, guitar, piano, and various other instruments. But I would probably say my main passion is really just working on promoting local music and finding new bands and putting together cool concerts. For example, we got a concert coming up in November. That is the annual Leonard Cohen concert I throw with my dad. We find a bunch of new artists every year. We have them learn a bunch of Leonard Cohen songs in English and various other languages. And we basically have a great time in a very camaraderie kind of setting, very cozy, and it's always a wonderful evening. So if you like Leonard Cohen, or even if you don't and you just want to have some nice poetry and music done in a cozy environment, you can check out the Leonard Cohen concert this year happening on November the 8th at Art Gallery Cafe. So I do a bunch of that kind of stuff as well. Probably one of my main passions. And as we keep setting up here, I will also say that if I'll be playing a bunch of songs, I think, tonight that kind of span the gamut of tunes that I've written and tunes that are available. That song that I just played was not available yet on any streaming platforms, but I think there's going to be a couple other songs as well on this set list that have never been heard before. So really thankful.
Thank you, Adela. I think we're ready to go. Beautiful songs here.
Cool.
What's this next one? Tell us about it.
So the next one we're going to do, I'm actually going to switch around the order, if that's okay. Instead of colors, which we'll do next, I want to take this chance early in the set to do a song of mine that I haven't done in a really long time. This is a song, actually one of the very first songs that I've ever written. And when I wrote it at the time, I was in a all-girl rock band. And I loved the way that the lead singer was singing the song so much that after they learned it, I never never got around to singing it, and I figured it's been too long since I have. So here's Marianne. Originally by They Found Us. So long, Marianne, it's time to leave again. Funny how they're already beginning to fade from your thoughts and their hearts. You never really belonged. Days now, they go by quicker than before. Funny how you're sitting with your records on a shelf, gathering dust, with nothing to occupy yourself. You're just waiting to fall, you who knew life most of all. So stay strong, Marianne. Don't let them shoot you down again with their empty-headed jokes and their bloody children's coats, who stand on the sidewalk, give the side that gives the most. And if there's butchering of people or selling them as slaves, they turn their backs, plug in their cell phones, and look the other way. And in music, the heart and the song of your soul, they'll capture it, suppress it till you're feeling on a hole. Then they feed you something else from this garbage bag of noise to make you happy, dumb, and like the others, so you won't have the strength to raise your voice. Don't let them shoot down your dream. Be who you want it to be. So that's that song. Thank you. All right, moving on.
So when did you write that? You said with your first band, was this high school?
This was high school. We actually started in middle school, believe it or not. Yeah, we were a fun little group. Like most kids, you know, who get into music, you go into your garage one summer and you're like, hey, maybe I want to do this music thing. And we wrote some pretty bad songs, but that I think is one that is still okay to play out.
That's great.
So, yeah. Next tune. That was probably written when I was 13, and this one's written when I was 26, earlier this year. So this is a tune that I'm just gonna go for it. Assign it a color instead of the palette. Trim down the language to protect the name. Spend spend so long trying to capture it all in a pattern that when love appears, we don't know its face. They say we're all broken. We scroll past each other. We vote in the ancient. We're scared of the young. Strung along, made to think this is all shit for granted, that it's too deeply planted. But you can't ask us not to reach out to a friend, not to try and soothe demons of those you'd forget, not to love a neighbor as much as the self. Oh, tell me, America, what is a lover to you? They say something's broken and nothing can fix us until all the evil people are bound. Love appears, shedding tears on the red rusting border, till there will be no one left to be forgiven. So you can ask us not to check in with our friends, not to try and soothe demons of those you'd forget, not to love a neighbor as much as the self. Oh, tell me, America, what is a lover to you? America, what are we trying to prove? Oh, oh, Assign it a color. Trim down the language. Spend so long trying to capture it all in a palette, that when love appears, we don't know its face.
Oh, that's a beautiful song.
Thank you, Fletch.
Adele, I'm going to ask you to pick up your phone. So, the video is skipping tonight. I'm pretty sure the video is skipping tonight. However, I think the audio is coming through okay. Because we have somebody down in Brazil that says it sounds good.
Jeff. Hi, Jeff.
We have BCA, who was in the house. He left a nice comment.
Nice. Okay,
Deco
thanks,
Electra,
BCA.
who's a bunker fan, and some other nice folks here, too.
Great.
Yeah, so leave comments, ask questions, guys. Adele will get back to you. Adela will get back to you later
I will
today.
get back to you. Yeah, thank you guys so much for being here and commenting and watching little old me. It makes me happy. And yeah, I actually really quickly did for Brian Christian Adams a little note. Yeah, that song, I've actually got quite a few people say that they think it sounds like Tool, which is really funny because I've never listened to Tool. So I guess I have to go listen to Tool now. Anyway, thanks so much, guys, for commenting. Really appreciate it. Oops. And I hope that you are enjoying. So we're going to kick things up a little bit. We're going to make it a little happier now. Because those last two were a little more serious, a little more sad, and I did advertise this show as something that is more happy, which we could use a lot of in this world today. So this tune is actually a music video that was recorded on an iPhone. So goes to show that we really have the tools to do a lot of things these days, guys. Don't let expensive camera equipment stop you from making a music video. You can make it with your iPhone. It's a single called Birds of a Feather, also off of my latest album. And this is a song about just going with the flow and remembering to enjoy the little moments with the person you love and just being a solid foundation together. So it's called Birds of a Feather. And for those of you watching along at home, this is, I normally teach this to people at shows, but I'll teach it to you too. Maybe you can do it while you're watching along at home. Anytime you hear this little phrase and me knocking on the guitar, I would like you to say the words knock knock. And the second time you hear me knock the guitar, you're going to say be cool. And I know if you do it loud enough, I'm going to be able to hear it all the way over here in the bunker. It just kind of helps to have a little extra chorus for those two parts. Without further ado, here is the tune Birds of a Feather. A 1, 2, a 1, 2, 3. Every time we get together, it don't matter the sunshine or stormy weather, babe. You make my day better. You know what they say about birds of a feather, they never stray. And even if we somehow do, I'll find my way back. Knock, knock, who's knocking at my door? Oh God, it's her, that same old terrible person that I can be. Be cool, too hot to let things go. And when I'm finally home, the first words you say, they send the clouds away. And I don't care what people say, c'est le vrai amour, that old cliché. All my worries, they get smaller when you're with me. And when we fight on rainy days, I know that the sun ain't too far away. Everything I do, be do leads back to you. Mama would like him to be 6'7". Daddy said he understood me better when I wasn't dating. Brother scoffs, a little hating. The neighbors, they're all know-it-alls. But Grandma don't care as long as we have babies. And every time we get together, it don't matter the sunshine or stormy weather, babe. You make my day better. You know what they say about birds of a feather, they never stray. And even if we somehow do, I'll find my way back. I'll find my way back to you.
I love it when people improvise trumpets
Oh yeah, that's a very, very poor
with
improvisation.
what do they call them? A cup or so, whatever.
Yeah, mouth trumpets.
Yeah, mouth trumpets. I love that.
I have a couple people who really know how to do that well, and I need to go get lessons from them just so I can improve that part. Usually, that song in the album has a sick solo recorded by Cole Runge, who is an amazing guitar player, plays around with everybody, great session player, but also somebody who composes and writes his own guitar music, standalone guitar music that will melt your face off. So go check out Cole Runge and that solo, but also all of his other work on the internet. Cool. All right. So we're having a good time here. I'm going to throw in a real quick tune that is not on the set list, Fletch, because it looks like we're doing pretty okay on time. And just because I enjoy playing it, it's a tune that...
Just because you can.
Just because I can, exactly. It's a tune that's also available as a music video off my latest album. And since we have a bird here in the studio with us, it's another bird-themed song called When a Crow Cries. And it's about it's about grief and how grief is the final manifestation of love, you know? Ooh, let's do a quick tune. Ah, good enough. I am not a stranger to this face and memories of a lifetime. Hours spent on books that postulate how cowards meet their end. But did you know that whenever a crow cries, someone dies? Why was it you? All the clocks we set are rarely right. They tick on at their own pace. I try to tell myself I filled your days with loving endlessly. Though as it stands, I'll never know what else I could have tried. Round and round we go. They say there's nothing to be said, and yet it shows. I thought I heard your voice again. I am not a stranger to this pain and metaphors where it hides, resting within long extended frames. I let it come to light. If not for pain, I'd soon forget the world you occupied. And so it's held, held, round and round we go. They say there's nothing to be said, and yet it shows. They say it's better to move fast, and yet I know. I wish I could see you again. Oh, round and round we go. They say there's nothing to be said, and yet it shows. They say it's better to move past, and yet I know you'll always be a part of, you'll always be beside me in everything. Oh, aren't we all a little lonely? Aren't we all a little lonely? Aren't we all a little lonely?
Oh, beautiful
When a Crow
song.
Cries. Thank you, Fletch. I appreciate that.
What's the title of that one?
That one's called When a Crow Cries. And yeah, I don't know. The whole album, I guess I should speak for a second about that album that I have out because it's the thing I'm trying to push the most right now. I'm sure there's all the people who are online right now probably have heard it already, but the exploration of the whole concept of it is exploring different types of love, right? So we have a song in there about grief, which is kind of the final manifestation of love and proof that, you know, you love this person who has passed away. There's puppy love. There's more secure, romantic, established love. There's, when there's honestly a song about like friendship in there as well, of friends, what happens when friends kind of start falling, apart from each other and moving apart from each other. So it kind of explores different types of love, which is why it's called Words of Love. And I hope the selections from tonight encourage you to go check it out if you haven't already. I was inspired to write it when I was approaching the time to get married and thinking about what that word kind of meant to me over the years. So.
Beautiful. Thank you.
Yeah. Cool. All right, so I did have one more guitar tune or two more guitar tunes to play. You said that the chat's not really working right now, right, Fletch?
Actually, you're getting quite a few comments
Oh.
in here. So I think what's happening is I believe the audio is working just fine, but we're getting stuttering video. And I apologize. I just don't know how to rectify it tonight. So
Okay.
so it's all recording fine and it's sounding good.
Okay.
BCA confirmed that for me tonight. So
Great.
you keep pushing forward, and it's like audience can suffer through some stuttering video. But I think that's what we have right now.
Okay, cool. Well, I'm very glad to hear
Check
that.
out your comments.
Yeah. Thank you so much for commenting, guys. I know that I already thanked a bunch of people. Sarah, I didn't say thank you to Sarah. Thank you for tuning in, Sarah and Hunter and Brian. Oh my gosh, thanks so much, Brian. When a Crow Cries is one of my favorites. Thank you. I really appreciate that. That means a lot coming from Brian McGrath. If y'all don't know Brian McGrath, he's an excellent songwriter, so please go check him out. Brian Christian Adams says, totally can hear your dad doing that solo. Yes, absolutely. He does that solo when we perform it live. Thanks so much, guys, for being here. I'm kind of torn between... Oh, we just set up a different... We can't go back to doing one more cello song, right? Because it's a little bit too much of a...
Well, if you have to, we can do that. But,
no, it's okay. I won't
no.
make you do it.
No. I mean, do you want to do another cello song?
Let's stick with the initial plan.
Okay.
And then we'll end the live stream there. So we got two more songs then on the guitar. I do generally do, I'm trying to build up my cello songs as well. But the next two songs are both super, super, super brand new. And part of me hopes that Luis Martinez isn't listening to this right now, because I realized a couple weeks ago that I kind of stole the beginning of one of his guitar progressions for this. So I hope you forgive me, Luis. This is a song called Shatter, and we're going to end with a song called Who You Are, but I'll talk a little bit more on the tail end of this one. How did it come to be? Broke so easily and shattered violently, like something always meant to break. And after years of trying to keep the peace, the only thing that mattered flew away. If I could cut off my right hand, if I could only be a thief, if you just look at me with scorn, tell me that you hated me. Am I asking for myself? Is this what the word atonement means? Is it? Maybe that's enough from me. The bar still hums and chatters, and you've sealed yourself again. I watch you leave beneath the neon sign, a shadow bold but battered. It's the way my hand still writes, even when it all went wrong. It's the flowers that will bloom on the paths where we once trod. But for now I'm stuck in place, searching for a sign to save my seat. 'Cause I don't wanna sing this song alone. I don't wanna sing this song alone. Do I have to sing again alone? And if after everything, if we still have to fight, may our knives chip and shatter. That's a new tune.
Wow, how beautiful is that?
Thank you.
How beautiful is
Oh,
that?
wow. I appreciate it so much, Fletch.
You have a couple more songs, but are these tracked yet?
So a couple of these are not, and I wanted to use this chance to go ahead and, perform them. That Shatter's not. The next one is not. Swindle is not. So those are the main three that are not yet tracked,
No,
and everything is.
You got to get them out there, boy. They're marvelous.
Thank you, Fletch. Yeah, I do appreciate that. I'm trying to. If anybody has any tips, honestly, on how to record better demos at home, send them my way, because I'm trying to get
I
more
know
in the
nothing about
game.
that.
Oh yeah.
I'm sure you have a network of friends that can help you out with that big time. But
Oh, for sure. Yes.
Here's what I recommend, because according to your list here tonight, you have one more song, right? I would say play that one on guitar and then play a cello song if you want. Does that make sense?
Okay, let's do it.
All right.
Let's do it. So the last song on guitar requires me to do a little detuning here. So I'm going to try my best to come up with something witty to say as I untune my guitar here. And thank you so much for tuning in, first of all.
I will talk if you want to do
Sure.
for me to talk while you tune your guitar.
That would be very great.
Yeah, so we have some great shows coming up here over October, November, and December will load up too. Again, thank you everybody for checking out the bunker. We really love it. I'll pitch the signature photo again for you of those who want something really special and a way to support the artist. do that. And you can do tips too. We always love tips. And we're picking up a little bit. If this is your first time to the bunker, and despite the sketchy video, which I will have to resolve. I don't know why we're having the problems with the video, but we'll figure it out. But if you like the bunker, subscribe, and we'll fix it down the road.
Cool. Yeah, thank you so much for doing this, by the way, Fletch. Fletch is great. If you have not yet subscribed to The Bunker, please do. There's lots of great artists here. Twice a week, in fact. And everything that he does for the community is really great. So this,
Thank you.
of course. This last song is also a song that's not recorded, and it's a tune that came about when my guitar was awfully out of tune, as you can hear. It was just god-awfully out of tune one summer. And I sat down and I was like, trying to figure out what I could do with this incredibly detuned guitar. And I say that because it kind of turned into a metaphor almost for this song. When you're in a headspace that feels like you can't make any sense of it, like this detuned guitar, sometimes finding a way to channel your emotions helps you make sense of that mess and chaos in your head. This song goes out to everyone who has suffered with feelings of doubt and insecurities, and I just hope it reaches you if you need it. There's a proper way to say this, but it escapes me every time. I open my mouth to ask, how are you? Then the wind dies. Chicago's not the kindest city. Still they say better than New York. Perhaps it doesn't even matter where we end up, so much as who we know. It's in the way I think of you, seeing the gun beneath my bed, telling the hurt folks in my life to get behind me. It's in the desperate way I hope. It's in the flower blooming scared. It's in the way you have to trust in who we are, my friend. 'Cause we are, my friend. There is a song amid the wildness, patches of grass and cracks of street. All of our dreams are still there waiting, fast asleep. There is is a falseness to my swagger, hypocrisy in my advice, and there is a fallacy in praying, but the truth is it's in the way I'd miss you. It's in the way I'd miss you. So call out whenever you're scared, whenever you need someone. I'm there. Because it's in the way I think of you. It's watching the sunrise burning red, letting the world crack on its face while we're laughing. Oops. It's in the desperate that I do. It's in the quiet that we share. It's in the way you have to trust in who you are, my friend. 'Cause you are my friend. There is another way to say this, but maybe sometimes it's said too much. I'll knock on your door and bring you coffee. Maybe that's enough.
Oh, beautiful songs.
Thank you, friend.
All right, we're going to swap over to the cello, but before we
One
do
last cello.
that, pick up the phone right now. You've got some nice fans in here. Heather Humphrey. Oh, I know Heather. Thank you, Heather, for coming in tonight. Larry.
Oh, Heather.
Larry is
So nice.
here.
Thank you, Heather.
Hunter Prine is here. Lisa P. Medina. I will have the bugs worked out by the time she shows up. Deco Electra, haven't seen you in a long time. Thank you.
Thank you so much for being here. Thank you, guys. Thanks, Larry. Thanks, Heather. Thank you, Andrew. I think that's this Andrew. Is that the one in the studio? No. Okay. Thank you, Andrew's dad. Thank you, Mr. Viverito. I appreciate it so much. Deco.
Is that your father-in-law?
That is my father-in-law.
Don't say thank you, mister. Say thanks, Dad. Come on. Get out of the pocket.
That's right. Thanks, Andy. Much appreciated for tuning in. Yeah, really appreciate everybody for being here. This is my little set here. If you ever need any cello, you know how to find me at Adela's Cello on any of your recordings coming up. And I wanted to use the chance one more time while we're switching over to the cello. For one last song, I wanted to remind people that the Leonard Cohen concert is happening on November 8th, Friday, November 8th at Art Gallery Cafe. I host that with my dad, and we bring in a plethora of new songwriters every year. This year, we got Suri Wong, we got Brian Christian Adam, we got Luis Martinez, we have also Brandon Reisdorf, and I believe that is it. But we're going to have a great time, sing some songs, recite poetry, and I think there's even going to be a live painter. So if you like the sound of that, make sure you're marking Friday, November 8th in your calendars. Thank you.
That is great. You can find all of Adela's info. The LinkedIn, not
Link
LinkedIn,
tree, yes.
Link tree is link is in the description. So you can go down there and you can do a Linktree stuff. You're going to talk a little bit more about a little bit more about yourself for the next 30 seconds while I set up some microphones, and I will be right back.
Sounds good, Fletch. All right, so we're going to transfer over the final song of the set to the cello and to a song that I had written a long time ago, and a song that comes very naturally to me on the cello as played like this. I really love playing the cello sideways because it has a nice little curve on each of the edges that is perfect for your knee. So cellists out there, try playing like this at home. It's a lot of fun. And plus it lets you reach certain chords that are a little awkward sometimes when you're playing it in the normal position. I've had this cello for a while. I've had this song for a while. So it's only fitting to end on this song called 2 in the Morning. And thank you once again for tuning in. I hope you liked it. Or even if you didn't like it, I hope you still found parts of it enjoyable. All right. Am I good to go, Fletch?
We're great. Thank you, Adele. You're all good.
Cool. All right. Woo. The reverb kicked back on. This is called 2 in the Morning. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. Morning, rain still falling. Where does it come from? Who does it know? I'm tired of this world that keeps on changing. With nowhere to go. But when troubles pick me up at night, your love, it gives me strength to fight. Yeah, even when I just lose everything, at least I have your smile. Angels, won't you show me a river? The one running past the tree of life. Give me its leaves for the healing of nations. 'Cause I don't know how else to end this strife. But when troubles pick me up at night, your love, it gives me strength to fight. Yeah, even when I just lose everything, at least I have your smile. When troubles pick me up at night, your heart, it gives me strength to fight. Yeah, even when I just lose everything. Yeah, when troubles pick me up at night, your love, it gives me strength to fight. And even when I just lose everything, even if I don't amount to anything, at least I loved your smile. Ooh, 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 ooh. That's a little sharp.
All Oh, that is so cool.
Thanks.
Oh, thank you, Adela. So here's how this is going to roll. We had a nice audience here tonight. The stream's been going up and down. Doesn't matter because everything you perform tonight is going to get reposted. If you're watching this now or in the future, you're seeing the repost. And during the live stream, everything was skipping. The audio was okay. But thank you so much for the people that hung in there and left some beautiful comments. Anyway, I'm amazed at the beauty of your voice, the skill of these songs.
Oh, thank you.
I'm a bigger fan than I've ever been before after seeing this performance. I know you're like a session musician that really has a broad reach and a broad range. There's been so many other bunker performance artists that have said, "Oh yeah, Adela tracked with me on my song." I know you're all over the place, and that is so beautiful. Um, I, we're running a podcast years ago with Dan Dick, and then and Josh, and I became good friends with them. They've been here, and your love and joy and influence spreads out all over the area. So thank you so much, Adela.
Of course, thank you. That means a lot coming from you. And
If you have any final comments, go ahead and say them. And I'm just going to close out the show because it got all sketchy anyway, and we're not going to go through the favorite song list tonight. We'll do it some other time.
That's all good. Yeah. I don't have much to say. I wanted to say thank you to Fletch and the Bunker for providing a space where musicians can come in and play their original music. It's not always a chance to be able to do that in an environment that feels like quiet and people are able to actually listen. I'm going to plug the Cohen concert one more time because it's one of my favorite things that I do every year. It's an annual shindig at Art Gallery Cafe on Friday, November 8th. And if you want to keep up with me and everything that I do, both in radio, in podcasts, and in music, you can check me out at Adela's Cello on Instagram. I'm also on Facebook, not as active there, and even less active on TikTok, but technically I do have a TikTok at Adela's Cello as well. It's been a pleasure. I hope you guys all have a great night or whatever you're doing next.
Last but not least, you had a bunch of comments come in the end here. A couple other people pick up your phone just to say thank you and good night.
Oh, sure. Hold up 1 second.
Paul Ramirez.
Hey, Paul Ramirez. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you, Brian, again. Thank you, Heather, for tuning in. Jeff, thank you so much. BCA, appreciate it. Appreciate the kind words on that song in particular. I can't talk anymore. It's good. The stream is ending. Lisa, thanks for hanging out with us. Deco Electra, thanks for hanging out. It's been a great time.
Oh, thank you so much, Adela. Follow Adela. We'll see you guys all on Thursday. I've got 48 hours now to fix the technical hiccups. Love you all for hanging in there. Be good, and we'll see you later.